So what do you think about all these lovely eclipses, Marge, that are going to happen for us?
I think it's exciting, but I get excited about this craziness because I know on the other side it's going to be better. So I've got the faith.
I know, I'm just like, okay, here we go, here we go. Hello, welcome to Conversations with Neuvias. My name is Carol. We have the lovely Marge.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Good evening. Our topic today is aligning with the new frequencies because, yeah, September is really going to hit a lot of us, or if you're going through it, you're going through it.
Yeah, yep. And when you said that, I heard the song "Shake It Up, Baby."
Oh my God, yeah, twist and shout that sucker away.
Yeah, yeah. It is just a really challenging time for a lot of people right now. Things are going a little wacky with the energy. So we thought we'd
Yeah,
talk about that a little bit today.
yes, and we do have a lot also going on this month. So we have the 999 portal. During that time, March, uh, red, the red moon is it the blood? I'm sorry, the red
Uh,
moon, the blood moon is. You're going to be able to. A lot of people are going to be able to see the blood moon, and you think with stuff that goes on around us, other than just with us daily, but our, the earth in itself, all those frequencies affect us, and I don't think people understand that.
no, I think it's something going on with them.
Yeah,
and
and
and it's not just you.
no,
You're being affected, but it's the whole world that's going through a shakeup right now.
yes, and it's like a big having a big intervention, and the way I see it, once the frequencies are up there and they start flurrying around the earth, I mean, everybody gets a shakeup. It's an upheaval for
Yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
and sometimes it's stuff we don't want to go through or stuff we don't want to deal with, and it can be miserable. But on the 7th and 8th, we also have our lunar eclipse coming through. And then also we have the 21st, we have a solar eclipse popping through.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. So we got an eclipse alley. We got the
Yeah.
the portal. We've got the energy just of the year too. It's a 9 year,
Yes.
right? So ending of cycles and
Renewal,
big.
yes,
Yeah,
transformation,
so
all
there's
that.
a lot of shaking up going on, and I am excited about it because we've
Yes.
really needed this. Has been coming for decades with
Hmm.
the social norms getting challenged.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of that's slowly tearing apart. So it's a good thing though.
Yeah, yeah,
Because normally when you think about September, which is a 9 year or 9 month, I'm sorry, it's the 999 portal, which is in numerology is the 999, which is usually completion and renew or completion of whatever it is that you haven't released yet.
right.
However, this September, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like all a beautiful bed of roses because it's going to be an awakening for a lot of us to kind of go through with the energies and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
We're
it's
mourning a past that we didn't even know that we thought we knew. And, so we're waking up to things that we didn't necessarily recognize before because we had our blinders on. And you're waking up. So your blinders have come off a little bit and it gets a little nerve wracking. And then you add that energy onto your neighbor's energy, onto their neighbor's energy, and it gets to be a big shakeup. So I think recognizing that as far as the energy goes in the world
hmm.
is is going to help people take a breath. Just
Yeah,
take a breath. So you
yeah,
can align to the higher frequencies and not be so freaked out about these lower frequencies that want to maintain control.
yeah. And the way I see it too, like if you're gonna worry yourself to death, and you're just gonna create that more worrying to yourself. If
Yeah.
you're gonna stress yourself out because there's some stuff that we can't control, you're gonna continuously be stressed out.
Yeah.
That's just the energy you're vibing off of, and that's the energy that's going to flow right towards you,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, unfortunately. But the good thing about this is it's about detoxing, decluttering, you know, revamping your situation, leveling up to a whole different perspective. And so that's kind of what September is really going to be about. It's like we said, it's normally a completion. Okay, this is done. It's a calm before the storm. However, we are in the storm.
Yeah. So this is the storm before the calm.
Yes.
You have to have a storm in the middle. So we're okay. That's why we did the cleansing modalities in the last video.
Yes. The
It's all
kind.
part of this process of of moving things through this energy as opposed to fighting it. There's no point in fighting it. You can't fight it. Go
Now.
with it.
Yes. Yes.
It's kind of like where they teach the my weird analogies. So where they teach kids and kids in karate how to fall or stuntmen how to fall. You have to
Hmm.
go with the fall or you get hurt. If you go with this, it'll be so much easier. Accept it, recognize it, breathe through it, and say, this is an important part of my growth. This is an important part of our society's growth. This is an important part of the universe's growth and God.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. And these are things that, you know, all this upheaval and stuff going on with us, you know, you're either going to take it this way or you're going to take it this way. And it's just really how you're going to handle it. And sometimes it's out of your control to where you can't handle it. So,
Right.
and it's
Right.
okay. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's just a whole different change of pace for you.
Yeah. If you think about it, before good things, exciting things happen, lots of times things shake up. So if you think about this, this just came to me, so this is channel message. But I used to tell people, having teenagers is like the last 3 weeks of pregnancy is
Mhm.
very uncomfortable. And then you get your baby. Or before the kids go off to college, the last couple years are pretty rough because they're sowing their oats and they're finding their mind and they're acting out ways you weren't expecting them to do. So it's just part of that growth process. It's got to get rough before it's like, that's better. And
Yes.
so we're in that with our society right now and with the energy of of spirituality.
Yes. No, I know. And it's not like we said at the end of the day, it's not a bad thing. It's like
No.
a learning curve for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you, so I was like in the mood because so I pulled a couple of cards today, Marge, which is trust your vibes because I thought this would be a good one
Perfect.
because of what people are dealing with. Raise your vibration because that's another one, you know, if you're not dealing with it or you don't feel that you're dealing with it correctly. And then of course I have Mother Mary today because I thought she would be a
Guidance.
good one for guidance, yeah, to help
Yeah.
us get through there. So but I will start with I think it's the Trust Your Vibes, I believe, deck, just so we can get a flow going. So because this is a very September is just going to be a very, very challenging month for us, you know, and
Yeah.
you just got to take the bad with the good. I mean, that's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I think some of the challenges, it's kind of like when we were younger and we didn't recognize the hormone fluctuations in the woman's body. And once you started recognizing what the problem was, that it was this time of month and I'm going to be grumpy for a couple of days or I'm going to want to hurt people for a couple of days, right? Once
Yeah.
you recognize why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and identify it, it gets easier to process. So that's one of the reasons we're having this conversation today because people don't recognize it's not you, it's
Yeah.
everything.
Yes. Everything. So, so what we got is back to basics. So that's a good way to kind of start, you know,
Yeah,
getting back to your norm, which what's norm anyways, right? So
right.
um I would say personally with that, back to basics, declutter, start getting healthy, take care of yourself, even though you're going through some turmoil stuff, change the way you're doing things, change your mindset because that's the biggest one. Your
Right.
mind is always going 120 miles an hour. So if you can change that up and just get back to what you feel like is going to be beneficial for you in the long run, because that's what is getting back to your basics is about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Detox.
going back to basics, when you get down to it, when you've got a really, really stressful situation going on, take away the stuff that is not so important. Finding what's really important to you will
Mhm.
help you focus more on who cares if the neighbor next door's got their music too loud? It really doesn't matter. You know,
Mhm.
going back to the basics of what's really necessary for your day to day will help reduce some of those stresses and
Yeah.
help you focus and process this energy.
And it's also gonna make you feel lighter when you start changing or decluttering or whatever it is that you are needing to do. It's gonna start making you feel lighter and more at ease with yourself. So,
Yeah. I'd
um,
like to know how many of our watchers actually have found themselves just decluttering naturally right now because of this energy change.
mhm.
I actually, the other, it was like last week, I started pulling everything out of my kitchen cabinets and rearranging and moving stuff out. And I wasn't thinking I'm going to declutter. It's like I started looking at it like, oh, I can't deal with this. Pull everything out and start. Okay, this goes in the yard sale pile, and this one goes in the donations pile, and this stuff is the only stuff I need to worry about. Is stop stressing myself out for having to dig for a pan, or
Yeah.
you know.
Yes, no, I trust me, I know. I know this is a good time for people, with fall, with we're us heading into fall, people start changing the way they look, the haircuts come through, the coloring comes through, I'm sure
Guys
guys
start
will.
growing their beards out.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just a way of you like, okay, this is a fresh me. I'm renewing myself, and this
Yeah.
is gonna help with this process.
Hmm.
So if you can't do it on the outer, at least try to do it on the inner.
Yes. It'll help so much with you trying to deal with this. You don't even realize you're dealing with it until you sit and think about it.
Hmm. Yes.
If you sit and feel the energy right now, there's this super excited, happy, and there's a super excited, scared, and they kind of clash against each other.
Yes.
So you've got the people that are seeing the change as positive, and you've got the people that are scared to death of the change. And it's just so extreme everywhere that energy is impacting everybody and
Oh.
the animals too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I think my friend, they get antsy.
Yeah.
They get antsy, and it's okay. They're feeling the frequencies just as much as everybody else around the world is feeling the
Hmm.
frequencies. So just be mindful of that. It's not the end of the world. It's just
Right.
something that we're having to process, release it, and let it go. It's
Yeah.
not extensive. I know people want to take it out of sometimes proportion, but it's not that extensive. You just have to
Yeah.
accept it and move on with it and deal with it the best that you can. Because, I know some people, March too, that go through it's one thing and then it's something else and then it's something else and then it's like, oh my God, why is all this happening to me all at once?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But that's the ebb and flow of life. Yeah, things will come in batches, and then things level out, and then things go crazy, and then things level out. And it's just not seeing yourself as a victim in this situation, not saying, what did I do wrong? Because you didn't do anything wrong. There are lessons in everything that we experience, not just for us. It's not all about you. So sometimes the things that we go through are not for us, is to help somebody else. And we did that in our soul contract when we came on here into this world. So
yeah.
it's just one of those things that if you can accept it as just part of your process, then let it go. Truly let it go. Don't leave it in the back of your mind festering and boiling up. So it'll come back and bite you later. Processing these emotions is really important right now so that you can move up to the higher frequencies.
Yes, those lovely emotional changes that we have. It just sometimes they're turmoil and sometimes they're like the best memories you can possibly have.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll pull another one, March, since we are like the first one, like I said, we were talking about is getting back to your basics, especially with everything that you're going through. I'm going to use the raise the vibrations, because that is definitely something that a lot of people do not do for themselves.
Right. Well, I wonder, I'm sure a lot of people don't know how to. And we've talked about that probably every podcast. Yeah. Turn
Yeah.
on the right music, sit and breathe, take a shower,
Yes.
grounding.
Meditating, getting out with nature. I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
Go hug that tree, because that one is going to alleviate that frequency
Oh,
and give you
yeah.
the frequency that you truly need to be in. I mean, there's trees everywhere, people. So
Yep.
it's not rocket science. Trust me. Well, it is
No,
science, but it's not rocket
not
science.
rocket science.
Let's see. So we got I lovingly accept myself. Actually, there's two cards here.
Ah,
Yeah. Facing, oh my God. Facing my shadow removes darkness from the world. It was right behind it. So
yep.
I lovingly accept myself, and facing my shadows removes darkness from this world. So
Yep.
interesting, huh?
It is.
It was like right back to back with it.
and and facing your shadows is accepting them as part of you.
Yeah.
It's not getting rid of them, people. So many people say get rid of your shadows. You can't. You shouldn't. I don't think,
No.
because it's
It's
all
it's
what
a
makes you you.
Yeah, and it's a learning process for you. You're gonna learn from your mistakes. I can't stress that enough. I think we've talked about that too in our podcast about nobody's perfect. You learn from your mistakes. And
Yeah.
I find it funny that this one is the one that came out, because this is kind of what people are going through.
Yeah.
Facing your shadows, you
Yeah.
know, facing your fears, facing that stuff. You should not ever live in fear. I cannot. That's another one I can't stress in there. There's fear is everywhere, but it's depending on how you handle fear. You should not live there. It does not do anything for your body, mind, or soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought.
It's interesting because I think people have talked about fear as being a flight or fight
Mm-hmm.
response, but you've also got the fawn response, which a lot of people are dealing with right now too. They just want to, roll up on the couch and watch YouTube videos or
Watch us.
watch us, but they don't want to interact with other people because there's too much energy. And if
Hmm.
you don't know how to filter that energy, it gets overwhelming.
Oh yeah. And remember, the minute you step out your door, for if you're going to work, or if you're going to go get groceries, or whatever it is you're going to go work out at the gym, you're dealing with a whole bunch of other energies out there. So sometimes you might be in a good mood, and all of a sudden your mood change because somebody in another energy field around you is in a bad mood, and then that clings onto you.
Right.
So I think we've talked about, be sure that you are protecting yourself as you go out. Quick prayer over yourself helps wonders. You know,
Yeah.
it's just that's, and then you're wondering what the heck happened. I was in such a good mood this morning while I stepped out the door. But that's just how the day to day process goes for all of us.
Yeah. I actually found myself like that a few days ago. I was here working on something
Hmm.
for Neuvias, and just suddenly it was like irritation, like highly irritated. And I'm like, nothing happened. I wasn't having problems with it. It was just all of a sudden this energy. I don't know who had it around me or who
Hmm.
I'm connected to, because you have energetic connections with all sorts of people,
Oh,
those you love, those you don't necessarily love. And
right.
then, you know, you don't know where it came from, but it was all of a sudden, it was like, wow, I am irritated. So I went out in the yard and put my feet in the grass and I started breathing, because it's like, I don't like this. I don't like it.
Yeah. Dang. Like I said, it's all about loving and accepting yourself.
Yeah.
The way I deal with something like that, Marge, because I know I work in retail, I deal with people all the time. And so my thing is just, I try to do a calm approach with just everything going on in this world. I mean,
Hmm.
why am I going to get so upset and aggravated with myself and angry because somebody else out there is aggravated and frustrated and angry? I don't know what their journey is. I know what my journey is. And so that's kind of how I look at it. And so I'm like, you know what? I've gotten to the point, and especially at this age, I just let it go.
Yeah.
It's not even worth my time or my energy anymore. Before I would be like, oh heck no, you didn't. You said what to me and da da da. But now
Yeah.
it's not worth it. As you get older, you realize like, why did I get so mad at this, or why was I so this or that? And so I've learned to step back and just realize that all that inner frustration and pent up anger just does not do anything for anybody,
Right.
specifically, yeah, your
Yeah.
spirit. So,
And processing that energy and releasing that energy can be challenging if some people want to understand why they feel that way.
yes,
I don't care about why. I just it needs to get processed and go away.
yes,
But I think that's the benefit of being in a spiritual mindset for decades. It's so much easier to say, "Oh, that's an experience I don't want right now." So let it
yeah,
go.
yes. So remember when you are walking out that door and stuff, and you start feeling a certain way, you know, revamp yourself, rethink yourself, and like, okay, this is not my energy, and I don't want it. Just tell
Right.
yourself that and let it go.
Yeah.
I can tell you, Marge, when before I started praying over myself, I would walk into some stores and the frequency, I could immediately just feel a heavy frequency or the energies. And it just like I would get a headache or I'd start shaking, and I'm like, I need to get out of this energy. So I would
Yeah.
leave. Now I've learned to overcome that by just like a quick, not my energy, not my
Yeah.
rodeo, not my energy.
That's right.
So I've learned to release it, and so, or like you said, if somebody's angry at you, that's not your energy. You gotta just tell yourself that as well,
Yeah.
so you're not pulling that into you, and then you start feeling a certain way.
And keep in mind that when you start feeling that way, you're passing it around to all the people that you love too.
Mm-hmm. You
You
sure
don't really
are.
want to do that.
No, because even when you're cooking and you're angry, that food and you're giving it to your family, that they're gonna feel a certain way too. So you have to keep. I mean, it's just the vibration popping off
Yeah.
everywhere. So you have to keep that in mind. You don't think about it that way, but you can tell when food is made with love and when food is like pissed off at the world. So
Yeah. That's right.
yeah. So
Yeah. The
just
water holds the frequency and everything is water.
yeah. Yeah, we're made of water, so remember that. I wanted to talk, March, too, a little bit like some introspection with the blood moon, because sometimes people, when we have that blood moon come, which is on the 9th, um, the energies there are kind of a certain way too. And because I was trying to think, so the blood moon just means it's like releasing a karmic debt. You're trying to, or if there's a situation that you're in and you can't find a way out of it and it's not a very good situation for you, the universe will come in, and I think I've said this several times, the universe will come in and release it for you,
Hmm.
whether you want to try to get out of that or not. So something will shift in your favor, and that's the universe working in your favor to help you release that so you can continue to grow.
Right.
um so I would say, like, it's not it might be a person or so, whatever it is, it's not a loss for that, but an ending or a loss for that, but it's just a renewal for you to come to the light. So that's what this blood moon kind of does for us. When if you're having a lot of frustration right now as we enter into September, we're barely on the 4th. So it's just kind of I guess, a returning to your essence, so to speak,
Right.
and that's what the blood moon does for us. So
And that's on what day? The 8th?
It says so. Some of I've seen some said the 7th, but it's supposed to be on the 9th. So I don't
on
know.
the portal.
Yeah,
That's interesting too.
yeah.
This
So
is this is super double whammy.
yeah, that's why I was saying I think this is a good podcast because we have so much going on. We've got two eclipses popping. We've got the blood moon coming. And I'm pretty sure there's something else that I'm probably missing,
The
but those were the
999.
main. Huh?
The 999.
Yeah, the 99 portals also. So, and it's funny because that 99 portal is going to happen when this blood moon trend starts
Yeah.
popping. So, it'll be
It's
like,
a lot of energy.
yes,
It's a lot of energy.
a double whammy, triple whammy, however you want to look at it. So, but basically, like I said, with this blue blood moon, it's going to be a releasing from your heart space and coming into a better heart space for you. So just keep that in mind when those energies start hitting you and you're like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
yeah, that it's going to be a lot, that Marge. I think with it hitting us triple fold, it's going to be
Yeah.
that's another reason why I decided to pull Mother Mary, because some people can cope with the energies and some people cannot
Right.
cope
Yeah, if
with
you haven't
it.
learned how to process it, if you haven't learned how to filter the other energies from outside of you so that you
Yeah.
can get back to basics and just be about you instead of about the whole world's energy.
Yes, that's true. Um, it's it's hard sometimes also to release or even change people. Like I think I've said this so many times, people don't like change,
Yeah.
but sometimes you need that change so you can evolve and grow. So
Right.
let's see what I wanted to pull Mother Mary March to see what she has to say about all these energies. Right, maybe she can give us some insight to coping with the lovely madness that we're fixing to have.
Okay.
The lovely madness. It's gonna be a good madness.
It is. The outcome is better.
Yeah. So what in pulling Mother Mary, it says have faith, or it's the faith card, and it says I have faith to God and heal this situation. So I don't know if we can see her there. So yeah, I cannot express this perfect card for what we're talking about. You know, just keep your faith, even though if you're feeling aggravated or frustrated or angry or whatever it is that you're going through, having fear, you know, continue to keep that faith because you've got other, even though we're going through this transition in this month, just keep your faith. I cannot stress that enough. You know, there's other entities and angels and guides and spirits working in your favor, even though you can't see them.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do you think about all these lovely eclipses, Marge, that are gonna happen for us?
I think it's exciting, but I get excited about this craziness because I know on the other side it's going to be better. So I've got the faith.
I know, I'm just like, okay, here we go, here we go. But
Yeah.
the best thing that you could do for September is to start to declutter, whether you're doing it in your home or within you. You know,
Yeah.
you
Mentally or
can,
physically.
yeah, declutter, detoxifying is a good one, you know, for you. Changing some of your habits this month is it will be a good one to benefit from.
Yep.
So yeah, so because I'm telling you, with this upheaval that everybody's going to be going through, it's going to be a lot of changes, and you're going to be wanting to, you know,
Yeah.
just do something extremely out of the sword. So,
Right. Yeah.
um,
We're here for you. If you find yourself in a pickle, just reach out to us on messages and and we'll help you through your situation there.
yes, we're going through. You're going to be going through a lot of energetic shifts this
Yeah.
month, you know, and good or bad, it's just how it's going to be, you know. there's going to be a lot of truth still coming to light. That's one thing we've talked about. If you watch the news or the politics, things are really shining for us.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice that the truth is coming to light.
Yeah. And it's to me it's amazing because what's going on in the States is also impacting the world.
Hmm.
And a lot of people think it's negative, and I'm like, I don't think so. I think it's opening a lot of eyes
Yes.
and building communities because people are coming together,
Yeah, that we have to because we're all we've got, we're
right?
having to fight amongst ourselves all the time like they anticipate us to do. Why?
Right.
What
Well,
is it
they
going to do for us?
antagonize us to do,
Yeah,
create the division, produce the labels, and encourage people to identify with those labels so that they have enemies. We are not enemies. We are all one entity in
yeah,
spirit.
yes. Because if you think about it, Marge, we could do so much together versus separate. You know,
Yeah,
that's I cannot stress that enough too because people think, oh, this is going on and this is going on and woe is me and we're the victims here or I don't like what's going on and nothing's being changed. But if
right.
we, like you said, come together and work together on it, I'm not saying we're gonna do everything overnight, but at least if we start coming together and realizing what's going on, then I mean, the world
Yes.
would be like 5,000 times so much better.
Step by step, step by
Yes.
step, moving forward instead of just putting your feet in the, what do they call it? Planting your feet. The people plant
Oh,
their feet
yeah.
and fight the change. Nah,
Yeah.
go with it. It'll be much smoother, much easier,
Yeah.
as long as you're going towards love.
Yes. Yes. Be sure you do everything with love. I was going to say, there's a saying, be the change you want to see in the world.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
I forgot what famous person said that, but that's the biggest thing here. Be the
Yeah.
change you want to see in the world.
Right.
Because right now I know every time you just look up on any social media or any news or just anything that you something negative always pops up there and
Right.
like me it hurts me to the core but at the same token I'm like I have to step back and realize like golly Lord it's got to get better it has to get better than what we're doing in the planet in this world.
Yeah. What's amazing is we are a lot better in some ways than we had been in the past. A
Yeah,
lot better. But people don't recognize that because you're hearing so much now that we couldn't hear before. We're
yes.
much safer in the United States, and I'm sure in a lot of places than we were 20 years ago. Much safer.
I think people just don't really, as individuals, just don't really analyze it like that. They think like everything's wrong, my life wrong is
Yeah.
wrong, society's wrong, and so no,
Yeah. This side is wrong. That side is wrong. But there is no side,
no,
folks. There is no side.
no, there really isn't. But I'm like you, Marge. I just sometimes I think about things and I'm just like, "Urgh." It
Yeah.
frustrates me to the core also. But at the same token, I'm like, well, you know what? I'm the only person that's gonna make that better.
Right. And if you're living in a frustrated state, you're impacting your health, you're impacting your neighbors, you're impacting your loved ones negatively, and it's not going to solve anything if you're just stewing. That's the word I was looking for. Stewing about stuff. It doesn't help.
No, it doesn't, and that just creates more stewing in your environment if you
Yeah,
really think about it. So
absolutely.
remember that your mindset, your mind is so powerful, and so whatever you're thinking and creating, if you're creating that havoc's going to happen for you all the time.
Yep.
You have to release that and start doing everything with love. I know people say what that's corny, but no, think about it. Pause, keep that positive mindset flowing.
Yeah. I think practically, just in practicality, trying to align yourself to the better frequencies is pretty straightforward. Again, it's baby steps to get to where you want to go. So if you start your morning with looking at the news, that's not probably the way to get to get aligned to the better frequencies, the higher frequencies. Start your morning before you even open your eyes with just saying, thank you that I woke up today and I've got an opportunity to make today better than yesterday. That's all you have to do. Recognize, give gratitude, and it starts your day off on a positive note. While you're brushing your teeth, saying, "Oh, I have teeth that I can brush in a sink to wash them in." That it doesn't have to be big, huge things that you have to be thankful for. Just acknowledging the step by step, day by day things that you have an opportunity to do that a
Yes.
lot of people don't ever get the opportunity to do.
No. And as you notice that too, you'll start embracing that transformation and you'll continue that mindset of when you're changing that pattern.
Yeah. It's
So,
the exact opposite of when this goes wrong. You stub your toe and then you break a glass. And then, when those little tiny things in your house start driving you nuts,
mhm.
it's the exact opposite in the positive manner. So if you're taking those little tiny things, making that mountain out of the molehill of little things instead of a mountain out of a molehill of the negative
Yeah,
things, it works. It works. It works to make you a much happier person,
it does. It really does. So that's like I said, you create your atmosphere. So,
right?
but overall, Marge, I'll get back to our cards. So we had back to basics. That was
Yep.
our first part. People getting back to basics here, just so I can show you the thing. And then these two popped up together.
That was
What's
perfect. That
behind
is
it?
so
That's
perfect.
yeah. I am loving and accepting myself. So as like Marsh said, I good way to start the morning. I'm loving and accepting myself. It's going to be a great day, and just continue that mindset throughout the day. I'm
Yeah.
loving and accepting myself. This is a good affirmation actually too.
And if you forget to do it, don't beat yourself up, accept it and move on.
This one with we're taught what we're talking about today was perfect because facing my shadows removes darkness from the world.
Yep.
So, and this is kind of what we're going through right now. A storm, a lot of upheaval happening for people. A lot of energy shifting, the emotions, the crying. Crying is a good catharsis, by the way, too. So,
Yeah.
release it. Just if that helps you, release it. You might be crying out of the blue and wondering what the heck's going on with me.
Yeah.
My
It's just
emotions are
energetic
all over the
change.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
so
did you know that tears, different kinds of tears have different proteins?
no, I did not know
So
that.
happy tears have different proteins from sad tears, have different protein from hurt tears. They've studied this. So it's all chemistry. It all works together. It's so cool.
That is good. I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
And the last
Oh,
one is
sorry.
for it's okay. Let's hear it. The last one is faith. Like faith, faith, faith. Keep the faith because life gets better. Life is what you make of it. We're all here for our own journey and our own explorations and doing what we need to be doing for ourselves, but continue to keep the faith. I cannot stress that enough. That's from our Mother Mary. If you're Catholic, it doesn't have to be necessarily Mother Mary, whatever source that you're into. So,
Yep. Awesome.
yeah. Well, I think this concludes our podcast, Marge. I think we gave a lot of good insight and information today for
Yeah.
lovely September.
It's going to be a wild ride. Enjoy it.
Yeah, it gets better, people. Trust me, it gets better.
Absolutely.
Well, my name is Carol. Thank you for visiting us in our little podcast today. You can find us at www.neuvias.com.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment or reach out to us if you want to. Thank you
Yes,
very much for listening.
yes, thank you. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Love you lots. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.